Evening guys, and welcome to the fifth round of the SRA Polo Cup Championship. This would have been Midval, but due to us having some slight issues with the pit boxes, we have decided to skip Midval for now and go over to Phakisa Raceway, which is not an easy track for setups on these cars. A lot of guys complaining throughout and just struggling to get the tires to last and you know, get the cars to run quick times. But nonetheless, here we are, extremely close times. Quite a packed grid with probably around about 17 or 18 cars, I believe. Load shedding lighting up a bit in South Africa, as we know. So yeah, we're going to cross over. In pole position we have Dani van Rooyen, Wilder Dippenaar in second, Charles Wilken in third, Brian Ludik in fourth, Melvin Gous in fifth, Andrew Studley in sixth, Blake Creer in seventh, Jason Nell in eighth. Then we've got the veteran guys, Craig Hume there leading the pack, followed by Johan Niemand, Mike McGeer, Wayne Mitten, Peter Grobler and JP Barnard. And then we have the amateur class led by the only lady driver at this stage, Janine Glad, Dylan van Wyk, Evan Lowe, Rudy van der Westhuizen and Ernest Heather. As they line up on the grid, we're getting ready to race. You'll hear the engines starting to scream in a bit and it'll be off. We're going to stick here with Dani and yeah, once they head off, we'll take it from there. 17 minutes plus 1 lap for this race. As we see Dani van Rooyen putting away there, it seems like he's bogged down. He did not have the best of starts there. So that allows Wilder Dippenaar to go into the lead, followed by Dani van Rooyen, Charles Wilken on the outside there. Oh, Wilder having quite a bit of a slide there, not sure if there was contact, but yeah, he kept it together and rally style coming through there. Charles Wilken right behind him, Dani has lost out a bit. Brian Ludik right behind him, Craig Hume from the veteran class showing his skills on this track and fighting there with the veterans, with the pro drivers. So if you see him coming down, it's Dippenaar, Wilken, van Rooyen. Fourth place we have got Ryan Ludik now. So Ryan is making his move. Ryan has been very, very quick in practice. Had some issues in qualifying, but he's right up there. He's got the pace. Craig Hume on the inside there. Jason Nell showing his face. He's coming forward now. So a lot happening here in the first lap. You can see all the cars bunched together. We're going to try and figure all this out and just see what happens. See how the guys will react and how they will pass each other. Dani van Rooyen on the inside there of now Charles Wilken, closely followed by Ryan Ludik. If these guys are going to attack each other, this will allow Ryan Ludik to make a pass on them. Will he be able to do so? I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. Dani then on the inside line, taking the pass. Charles leaving the door open, then just closing the door to keep Ryan at bay. Ryan has to back off the brakes there, off the power there. So Wilder pulling away now as Dani, Charles, Ryan. I think that should be Jason Nell. I just want to make sure, or is that Mr. Crazy Man Blake Creer? Yeah, that's, sorry, my bad. It's not Jason Nell, it's Blake Creer. Jason Nell, his teammate right behind him on the inside of Andrew Studley, and they followed by Melvin Gous, who's followed by Craig Hume then. So Craig backing out of this pro battle as he's in veteran class and letting these guys go. He has got the pace, but he doesn't want to feel the points, so he's not going to dice with him and put his nose where he can lose a lot here. I think he's quite high up in the championship for what I know, and he will not be taking any chances to ruin that for him. He's still having a dice here as we go with Jason Nell. A massive battle going on there between Andrew Studley and Melvin Gous. Jason Nell and Craig Hume right there, putting his nose in there but not really going for it. Behind him he's got another veteran driver, Johan Niemand. So he's got to try and maintain a gap now between him and Johan, and he's actually being held up by these guys having a dice. So Melvin having passed Jason Nell there. Andrew started pulling away slowly now. So Jason the sandwich there now between the pro driver in his class and one of the veteran drivers who's extremely quick. Johan Niemand also showing a lot of pace there in second place in the veteran class. As we see them going through the long fast right-hander, they're coming to a right sharp. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Jason. Jason breaks there. Nice sportsmanship from him. This allows Craig Hume to pass him then. So Craig moves up 2 places. He still leads his class, but that puts a bit of a breather between him and, well, I see we have lost. I'm not sure what happened there, but if we go back, we can see Mike McGeer now having taken 2nd place in veteran class. So, job well done there by Mr. Mike McGeer. Craig Hume then leading the veteran class, and I do believe Ryan Ludick has also fallen back. I think he ran wide out of the corner. Peter Grobler then currently in 3rd in the veteran class, with JP. Is that, I keep forgetting JP's surname. Sorry JP, but with JP hunting him down quite hard. I know JP and Charles practice together. JP quite new to sim racing, but doing an extremely good job here and getting better every race he races. So a lot of Mr. Wilkins setup helping there, and the experience and expertise, and obviously he's also has a wide range of knowledge on sim racing, so that's helping a lot. And we see Johan Niemann now there. He's fallen from 2nd in class to 5th or 6th in class. Gonna go back to the lead and see what's happening there as we go to Dani van Rooyen, currently in 2nd place. So Villero running away with it. Villero leading the race, followed by Dani van Rooyen, who's lost some ground on it with the lights going on behind Villero. In 3rd place, I believe we have Andrew Stadler. Yes, Andrew Stadler there in 3rd place. He is chased by Charles Wilkin, and then the battle ensues with Jason Nell. Is that these 2 cars look so alike? I've got to check here. There's Blake Creer, Melvin Gous, and behind him I think that will be Craig Hume. Yes, Craig Hume. He takes a bit of a wide line to allow Jason Nell through. Teammate to Blake Creer, he will now be attacking Craig Hume. No, Craig sticks to his position, he's not going to let him go past. But all this is allowing Mike McGeer to catch up to Craig. And Ryan Ludick diving there on the inside, passing Mike. Mike getting out of the battle, knowing he's not in the same class as them. He's in veteran class with these guys in the pro class. Now veteran class, they're not slow guys, they're all just above 40. The pro class is the younger guys, and some of the older guys like Dani van Rooyen is driving in the pro class, where he's actually a veteran driver. So you can see the pace is there. He's just trying to give everybody a fair chance to be competitive each in their own class. So we see Jason Nell, they're getting attacked by Ryan Ludick. Ryan going to size him up. Ryan very quick getting practice. Had a bit of an off there, so he's got to fight his way back from the rear. Villero Dippenaar running away with this race. Dani van Rooyen losing ground to him, so Dani not happy with his setup here. Andrew Stadler extremely fast in this track. Don't know if he knows the track for sure, but he is absolutely flying around here. You can see in the background he's running in 3rd, and we're going to go to this dice between Blake Creer and Melvin Gous currently. So Blake on the inside there, Melvin trying to make the undercut. Sparks coming out there underneath the polos as they use the track and more of it as they pass the start finish and go into turn 1. So Blake there under heavy pressure from the bitstream polo of Melvin Gous. Charles Wilkin in the foreground there. At a bit of a slow start, but I can assure you once his tires gets onto temperature he will be going for it for sure. I know this track, he hasn't driven it since 2002 if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, Charles, you can help me out here, but so for him it was getting used to it, and especially on the sim racing platform. So Melvin Gous diving on the inside there, Blake running wide onto the grass, no contact there. Not sure if Blake missed his braking point there, but that puts him in the hands of his teammate Jason Nell. So what's going to happen here? Will team order will it prevail, or will these guys be battling each other? Oh, and Jason has gone off. Something has gone wrong there. Jason spinning off there, so I'm not sure if there's contact. It seemed like it, but then we can see Craig Hume, Blake Creer, Craig Hume followed by Ryan Ludick. So Craig Hume, the veteran driver, currently in the lead in class, but he's got Mike McGeer right behind Ryan Ludick, so he's not in a comfortable position here. He's going to have to push now. He can't let these guys pass. That will allow him into the jaws of Mike McGeer. So he's got to sit this out and see what happens. And we see Blake running wide there. The very tricky corner there. This allows Ryan Ludick to come through. Blake running wide, losing, well, only one position in class, but on track losing almost 2 positions there. Craig Hume having a race of his life currently. Very quick there. Oh, and Craig runs wide. So, yeah. guys really pushing these cars extremely hard, and mistakes are being made. As we go a bit forward, we'll see what's happening for the battle for third place as we go to Andrew Stadler. Andrew Stadler, they're comfortably in third place, slowly pulling away from Charles Wilkin. They're in fourth place. And then in fifth place we've got Melvin Gous. So we'll go back to the dice for sixth place, which is in these guys. You see Ryan Lyric leading the pack there, followed by Blake Clear, followed by Mike Pingier. Now Peter Grobler has joined the pack. Peter Grobler, third in class, is now challenging for second. So he's chasing a lot happening in the veteran class. A lot up for grabs. I know the points are extremely close between them. As we're about to reach, well, we're almost at the midway point. 3 rounds being dropped. A lot happening here, boys. And this should be quite interesting to watch. Mike not hanging back there, the oldest driver I think in the field currently. Chasing the young man, Mr. Blake Clear from, I think they're both from East London. Not sure there, help me out if I'm wrong again. But you see Mike pushing that and Zima Racing Polo really hard. As we go towards the back, I just want to check Janine Glad, who qualified on pole. It seems like she is leading the amateur class, only lady driver in the field. Would be interesting to see Joni Leary join us again, but with load shedding and work obligations, she hasn't been able to race for a couple of races now. But also a very quick lady driver, and Janine going from strength to strength, very clean, very smooth, very fast. Currently leading the amateur class. If I'm correct, and I might be mistaken here, Dylan van Wyk, also one of the newer drivers, getting to third with the polo. We can see him there in the SRA guest car, still new to the league, busy doing his skin. He is currently lying second in class, followed by another new driver, Evan Lowe, also in the Simrace Africa Polo. Then we have Rudy van der Westhuizen, just flew out from Cape Town this morning, so he hasn't had any practice laps or anything. Currently lying fourth in class, with Ernest Heather currently fifth in class. As we go back to the front, we can see Wilder Rippenaar now a comfortable lead over Dani van Rooyen. Well, not that comfortable, but he's got some breathing space, and I don't think Dani's going to be able to catch him. Wilder just has to put in the laps, make no mistakes, and he should have this one in the back. Dani then in second place, Andrew Stadler in third place. Closely behind him we have Charles Wilkin in the Basil Reed, almost said Ford Fiesta, sorry Charles, in the Basil Reed Polo, pushing really hard trying to catch up, but you can see Charles is sliding around quite a bit. The tires on this track wears really quick, and then they tend to either understeer a hell of a lot or they do oversteer, but you can see him really having to work the car. But he does seem he is catching up a bit to Andrew. I'm not quite sure. Will I keep an eye on that as we go to fifth place? It should be Ryan Lyric at this stage. Yes, Ryan Lyric then in fifth place, followed by Blake Kruger in his VW Polo. Phakisa Racing there, sponsored by Jason Nell. So if we look at this now, Peter Grobler quietly has taken the lead. He's passed Craig Hume and he's taken the lead in the veteran class. So Peter Grobler effectively running in, I do believe, 6th place, but first in veterans class. Craig Hume, who was flying in the beginning of the race, might have worn out his tyres or he overheated them. He's running in 2nd place. And then if we go back, we see 3rd in class. We have got, gotta make sure here. Yes, we've got JP Barnard. Sorry for that again, JP. Getting used to, also another new driver to the scene, so getting used to the names, surnames. So JP currently 3rd in the veteran class, followed by Tommy Glad, husband of the amateur class leader Janine Glad. So Tommy running 4th in class in the veteran class. As we drop back to Tommy's wife, Janine Glad, she should be the other Glad on here. And it seems we have lost Janine from the server. Sorry to see that. I did not see that. So back to the battle we had here. The closest battle at this stage is between Andrew Claessens, and if you look at the background there, Melvin Gous is right on the rear of Charles Walker now. So Charles seems like he is struggling with tyre wear. Melvin pushing really hard to try and make a move on him here. And we see the guys pushing really hard. They're currently lying 3rd, 4th and 6th. So this is actually a podium fight. And if Andrew makes a single mistake, these guys will be on top of him. If Charles makes a single mistake, Melvin will be past him. So they have got about 8 laps left, 8 minutes left, which should give us about 5 laps. We see Melvin nearly running on the curb there, pushing really hard. This allows Charles to pull away again. He hasn't got the slip to catch up with Andrew, so Andrew is just keeping that gap and trying to stay ahead there. You can see the guys, the car starting to float down, understeering, oversteering, under braking. Charles taking a very deep line there, very smooth actually. We come to the final corner towards the start finish, the clock in yet another lap. Unfortunately we haven't got the lap times here to compare it and see what's happening. But Charles has pulled away a bit from Melvin. And Andrew is just maintaining that gap. So this is the fight for 3rd place. As we said earlier, Dippenaar still same gap between him and Dani van Rooyen. I think Dani has just settled for 2nd now. Trying to save his tyres, get it to the end and then wait for race 2. Dani van Rooyen there 2nd place. Andrew Stadler in 3rd place. Followed by Charles Walker and Melvin Gous. We're going to stick here. This is the closest race going on currently. Will Melvin be able to make a pass, or will Charles be able to catch up with Andrew? As we fall back, this is now 3rd, 4th place, Charles 5th place. As we go to 6th place, it should be Ryan Lyric at this stage. Yes, Ryan Lyric there in 6th place. He might actually be able to catch up with these guys. He's followed by Blake Creer in 7th place. 8th place we have Peter Grolle leading veteran class, and he's being caught by Craig Hume. So this should be an interesting battle to watch as well. We've got 2 battles going on here now, and not sure what might happen here. I know Craig had the issue where he ran a bit wide and his lap wasn't counted, so wherever he ends on track, that result unfortunately will not count. He will be counted 1 lap short. We will look into that and definitely report back on that. But a massive dice ensuing here between Grobbis and Craig Hume. Craig Hume, better known in the Cape Town area, driving one of the Opel supercars on Killarney. And very nice guy to chat with and a good driver to race with. Enjoy having him with SRA. And Craig then going for the inside, diving on the inside of Peter Grobbler. Peter not aware of the issue he's had, but he lets him go. He doesn't want to battle him. He knows it's all up for points. The season is still long. And Robbie's been playing it safe and just letting Craig Hume pass there. Don't know if he's going to make another move towards the end of the lap. Yes, Craig running wide there. Robbie's putting his nose on the inside. So a nice battle going on here between these 2 guys. Robbie's on the inside there now. He's got the inside line for the next corner. It takes him, Craig lets him go a bit, but he gets on the power quite early now. Craig is lined up for the next corner. They're running side by side. Craig gets the better run out into the left-hander as they go towards the back straight. I haven't got corner names here, guys. Sorry for that. I'm just going it by track. These 2 guys still at it. We'll go back to Andrew Stadler. Oh, and we see in the background there Melvin Gous going off. So, yeah, no contact there that I can assure you. Driver error and, yeah, all went wrong. Just lost control of the car. Couple of laps to go here. And we see Blake Kruger now. Blake Kruger and Melvin Gous in the battle now. They've got about 2 laps to go. These guys are at it. Blake needs to get back into the position. Melvin having gone off will have hot tyres now. They've got one of a hell of a battle coming up here with 2 laps to go. And we can see in the background we've got 2 battles ensuing here. We see Peter Grobbe and Craig Hume in the background. And we've got this battle going on, so we're going to try and interfere between the 2 and see what happens here. Blake covering his line, same does Craig Hume. Grobbe's not making any moves at this stage as we look at the background. No, Grobbe's has decided to let him go. No, Grobbe's not making any moves there. We'll see what happens as we go for the next corner. Blake Kruger in there, currently in 7th place, I believe. So this is the battle for 6th place between Blake Tree and Melvin Gous. Ryan Ludik not having any pressure at this stage. The battle is on between these two guys. And then the other close battle we have is right behind them for veteran class victory actually, and that is between Peter Grobler and Craig Hume. Peter Grobler trying to put his nose on the inside. He can't make the move stick. He's got to try and get momentum out of the corner, build up to the back straight and see if he can make any kind of pass on Craig down the back straight. Beautiful little grey car, that monster Thrustmaster JTL Polo from Peter Grobler. He's well known for driving these liveries, and his cars always come out extremely nice. So we see Grobler is not quite close enough to be able to make a move. As we go to see Blake Tree and Melvin Gous there side by side, going side by side. That's risking a lot trying to make that move. Blake takes the move there. He had the inside line. Both of them going wide. Oh, sparks come out the car. Blake actually runs wide. It's on the final lap. Melvin Gous taking the pass, then taking 6th place from Blake Tree. And, well, Craig Hume also then having passed Blake Tree, so that drops him another position. It won't affect the overall board. Craig Hume then taking victory for the veteran class. Peter Grobler in second in veteran. And nothing that really changed at the front of the course. Wilder de Pinaar taking an easy win over Dani van Rooyen. Dani van Rooyen in second, followed by Andrew Stadler. Charles Wilken in fourth, then Ryan Ludik in fifth. Melvin Gous in sixth. Blake Tree is seventh. Jason Nell 8th, that's your pro class. As we cross over, we're going to stick with this now. I don't want to make the same mistake I did. Peter Grobler taking the veteran class. Mike McGee in second from the Zima Racing in veteran class. JP Barnard taking third place. Fourth place Johan Niemand. Fifth place Wayne Mitten. Sixth place Craig Hume after having his lap invalidated. As said, we will be looking into that. Then lady driver Janine Glad, well done there, taking victory in, I actually messed that up, it was Tommy who disconnected due to load shedding. Janine Glad then taking the win in the amateur class, followed by Evan Lowe, Dylan van Wyk in third, Rudy van der Westhuizen in fourth, and Ernest Heather in fifth. We're going to cross over to the second and last race, guys, and we will be with you shortly. Welcome back, guys, and yeah, I was standing on grid there. They're starting to rev the engine. This is an inverted grid, so the top 11 being inverted with 11 pro drivers with only 8 showing. We have got 3 veteran drivers in the lead here. On pole position, Johan Niemand. Next to him, JP Barnard. In third place, we have Peter Grobler, and then it's a bunch of pro class drivers. So we're going to stick with this battle and see what happens. Johan getting a good start off the line, moving into the lead, closely followed there by Mike McGee. JP Barnard on the outside of Johan Niemand. Johan currently leading, veteran driver, overall lead in the race, sliding the rear out a bit there, but still hanging onto it. JP Barnard then goes into second place. He is followed by Peter Grobler and Mike McGee. As we look at the big background, the pro drivers really battling it out now to try and get to the front. Actually doesn't make a difference if these guys beat him. We see JP Barnard then giving a slight tap there in the back. So it's all happening right behind them. We're going to keep to this view and see if we can see what happens here. Dani van Rooyen, they're coming through the field. Second place, man. Oh, and a bit of contact there. Melvin Gous slipping and sliding. Then we see Mike McGee slipping and sliding. A lot happening there. Too difficult to follow this race. We're going to try and get a better view here of all the action. And we see the guys really, really close. Dani van Rooyen, they're currently in 5th or 6th place. All the pro drivers packed together. Peter Grobler, JP Barnard not letting an inch go. Well, through all this, I can tell you now that the only pro driver who has gotten through, and it seems he does make a mistake there, is Mr. Blake Tree. Yes, Mr. Blake Tree is leading the pro driver pack now then. Peter Grobler jumped dummy in behind him, well, in front of him actually, so the veterans still in. Johan Niemand in first, second, JP Barnard third, Peter Grobler. As I said, these guys are no slouches. They're only driving their class because they're old. But they still take a wheel and they drive the living shit out of some car. And some of them the real car as well. Wilder de Pinaar on the inside there of Blake Tree, closely followed by Charles Wilken. Right behind Charles Wilken we have Dani van Rooyen. Followed Dani van Rooyen we have Andrew Stadler. Then we have Melvin Gous in the bitstream polo. Then we have Jason Nell right in the pack, and then we have Mr. Mike McGee. So you can see this 7-car battle for pro class victory and 4th place effectively overall. So there Peter Grobbers just getting the bit of JP Barnard, but this allows Blake Creer to put his nose in there and he's going to go for a move. I can assure you he is crazy enough to make it stick. This guy driving Logitech but extremely fast, always right up there. Oh, a bit of contact there, Blake has lost it. Not sure exactly what happened there, but we'll look into it. Close racing and it happened so quick, we missed that one. So sad there for that to happen. Next time, Blakey. You see a bit of argy-bargy in the background there as well. So the guy's pushing really hard, but if we go towards the front, you can see this battle is just big. It's Wilder Dippenaar, followed by Understander, followed by Dani van Rooyen, followed by Melvin Gous, followed by Jason Nell, Mike McGee in there. And then we have Craig Hume in the battle as well. So it's pro drivers, veteran drivers, all in the pack here, battling for position. It is absolutely crazy and probably one of the best races I've seen so far on the series. The guys really battling for position. You can see a bit of argy-bargy there, running 4 to 3 cars wide. And we see Dani there, Dani getting together with JP Barnard. He's lost it and that's pushed Andrew wide, Andrew spinning out, Melvin Gous being tapped there from the side by Craig Hume. A lot of chaos ensuing. So Dani getting the best out of this one. He got tapped from the inside and went onto the grass, and there was a huge accident from there on between Andrew Stadler, Melvin Gous, Craig Hume. So the guys getting through this is actually Dani van Rooyen, Craig Hume. Dani now on the inside of Jason Nell, I believe. Yes, Jason Nell not making it difficult for Dani, letting me go, knowing he's quicker than him at this stage. Dani then going for the inside on Charles Walker, but he cannot make the move stick. A lot going on here. 4 cars side by side. A lot happening. Trying to figure out. I do think Wilder through all of this, Wilder got away. And yes, Wilder has gotten away and he's currently in second place. And he will be chasing Peter Grobler, who is currently leading the race overall. So through all this chaos, Peter Grobler in the veteran class no, he's not leading. There's another car ahead of him. That will be the vehicle of Johan. We've actually forgotten about Johan Niemand. Johan Niemand leading. He is followed by Peter Grobler, who is followed by Wilder Dippenaar. And then we have got the battle going on with Charles Walker, Dani van Rooyen, JP Barnard, Jason Nell, Mike McGee, Craig Hume. Just trying to see in there as well. And Wayne Mitten. So we've got a 2, 4, 6, 7 car battle going on here for 4th or 5th place. It's pro drivers versus veteran drivers. They're not going to hang back. They're having way too much fun. So Dani van Rooyen currently in 4th, Charles Walker in 5th. 6th place we've got Blake Creer. No, Jason Nell, sorry for that. Jason Nell in 6th place. 7th place Mike McGee. 8th place JP Barnard. We'll give you the class positions once the guys start to settle down. And yeah, well, that was a massive battle up to this point. Cars having a bit of damages. They're getting back into the groove now and starting to pull away from each other. Mike McGee coming under pressure there from Wayne Mitten. Wayne Mitten also in the veteran class, so they're in the same class here, battling for this position. If I have it correct, Johan Niemand then currently in the lead, and he's also leading the veteran class. He is followed by Peter Grobler in 2nd place overall and 2nd in veteran class. 3rd place overall currently Wilder Dippenaar leading the pro class. 4th place overall and 2nd in the pro class is Dani van Rooyen. He is followed by Charles Walker. I just want to get his name here. Charles Walker in 3rd in class and 5th overall. Then we've got Jason Nell, 6th overall and 4th in class. So we're going to stick with this one and see what happens. Only having gone past. And again, Mike McGee coming under a lot of pressure from Wayne Mitten there. So nice little battle going on here. Janine Glad currently, yeah, Janine is actually ahead of Craig Hume at this stage. I'm not sure about her overall position. She's, well, we see under her own, she moves over, she knows Craig's in the veteran class, she lets him pass. She is leading again the amateur class quite comfortably and just got a grabbing the point. She's lost about 2 races, but since they can drop 3 rounds during the whole season due to load shedding, he is standing very high up in the championship. In actual fact, I do believe she is currently leading it. It's a close battle between her and our other lady driver, Janie Leary, so hopefully we can get these two girls on track and battle it out. As we go back to the battle between Mike McGee and Wayne Mitten, Mike then pushing really hard and actually catching up with, I think, yes, they are catching up with Jason Nell, so this might turn into a three-way battle. I'm not sure Mike will actually attack Jason. He knows Jason is in the pro class, he's got nothing to gain but a lot to lose. But if he sees Mitten is coming, he will not hang back and he will go for it. So this is going to be a bit of a head game from Mike McGee's wise old head on that shoulders. Also a lot of racing experience. He built some of the best sim racing equipment out there. Oh, and commentator scores Mike running wide there. No, hang on. Yes, he does hang on to it. Keeps the foot in, and well, he's lost the position there to Wayne. He will not be able to catch up there for sure. Gonna go with Vodo now. Vodo having passed Pili in the meantime. Pili not gonna make life difficult for him. Knowing they're not in the same class, so sides next 10 on Johan Niemand. So we've got a veteran driver leading overall. We've got a pro driver in second and leading class. Then we have Peter Grobler third overall and second in class. Arnie van Rooyen then catching up with Peter Grobler, running fourth overall and third in class. Second in class. My bad, sorry guys. So Arnie van Rooyen there chasing after Peter Grobler. Then we've got Charles Wilken chasing Arnie van Rooyen. And looking at the gaps between these guys, I think they pretty much have it all in the back. If they don't make any mistakes after the fun they had in race 1 or race 2 in the beginning, I think all of them would just be quite glad to have a sigh of relief. Cars will be a bit battered and damaged and tires will be wearing quicker, but they're still going at it. We're going to go through the field. You can get a hold of Andrew Stadler. Where is he running? Andrew having been caught out in that accident. Oh, and Andrew, you can see him struggling with his car. That incident he had in the opening laps of the race, really causing a lot of damage. Yeah, so having a lonely race there. We see in the background there's some dicing going on. I think that's really from the Westhuizen, and he is followed by, is that Mike McGee went off? Yes, that's the vehicle of, no, is that Janine Glad? Just got to make sure we've got 3 of these cars out there. I know Tommy by his long number 420. Yeah, that's Janine Glad actually. So Rudy van der Westhuizen currently leading the amateur class, and Janine seems to be catching up with him. So this should be, no, I am sorry, Evan Lowe, our rookie driver, is currently leading the class, and we'll see where he's at before we go back to this battle. If we go back to Evan Lowe running quite, he's actually ahead of Andrew Stadler. So for all the chaos and mayhem, he's managed to hold his head together, and he's actually leading the amateur class and running a good race, leading Andrew Stadler there behind him, JP Barnard. So all the guys that had some mistakes and some issues, all of this is counted for him, and it's put quite a big gap between him and second place in veteran class, Rudy van der Westhuizen, sorry, my bad, amateur class. A lot of understeer there from Rudy. You can see the car not handling like it should, and this allows Janine to come on the outside of him. She's got the line now for the inside as they go towards the back straight. Will Janine be able to make the pass? Nice little battle going on here. These guys driving just as hard as the pro drivers. Oh, and Janine having to catch a big slide there, but she hangs onto it. And this allows Rudy to make the undercut there. They're side by side going down the back straight. Well, I can't say what I want to say now, so who's going to have the guts to make the pass there? Janine letting Rudy take the line. She's going to go for the undercut and see if she can make an outbreak on him on the next corner. Nice little guys going on there. Janine actually started from the front of the grid in her class, and she's lost effectively 2 positions, so it might be that she made a bit of a mistake, but still running really high points and going to assist her a lot in the championship. So Rudy having passed her now, and well, she's caught up. She passed him and he passed her again. They have got about 7 minutes to go, and that's about 4 laps or so on this track. So we're just going to stick around, see what happens here. Nice little dice going on here. I think we need to give these guys airtime as well. We usually just in the front, but if we look towards the front, there seems to be a little battle going on there. We're going to see if we can get to that one. So that's a battle between two veteran drivers. It's JP Barnard, newcomer to sim racing. Is only on his 4th and 5th race now. Actually started with us in the beginning of the Polo Cup, getting better each single race. We see Craig Hume there trying to make a pass on the inside. Not sure what happened to Craig Hume there. Bit of a misfortune there for him. But he is currently running 6th in class and trying to get the points after the fantastic first race. Oh, JP almost losing it there, just touching the curb. That curb is very tricky. If you touch it, you lose all the rear end grip and you're on the limit there. And you can see the car folding in and he almost lost it. This will allow Craig in. Will he make the pass? Yes, he makes a stick on the outside as they go into the fast right hand. They've got another one coming up, shifting down to 4th place, and then the sharp hairpin, which can really catch you out quite quick if you brake too late there. So Craig, he stuck this move, and JP just deciding, okay, let's go for the point and see if he makes a mistake and I can pound back. But Craig definitely the faster man at this stage, so he has definitely made a mistake, and that has cost him some positions. But he's on the way back now. Currently 4th in the veteran class. We have Mr. Mike McGeer, oldest driver in the field at this stage, and he is really pushing really hard, and he's actually chasing, I do believe that is the car of Jason Mel. No, that is Blake Kruger, who went off earlier, and just trying to bring it home now. As I said, he's not in their class. They will still be getting points for 5th place in class, even though he's well below that number on overall. As said before, 3 classes being run, give everybody a fair chance according to your skill level. Some of the guys start in amateur and they quickly move up to pro. Other guys tend to just stay with amateur drivers, just on your skill level. You get veteran drivers like Danny van Rooyen and Melvin Gous who actually race with the pro drivers. But I can tell you these veteran drivers, no slouch at all. They are quick, and you can see them mixing with the pro drivers. Bit of problem possibly between him and Mike McGeer. I think the most experienced in sim racing, and you see, I'm not sure if Charles went off, but bit of problem there ahead of Charles, or it might be that they're catching up with him now. So probably he won't be making life hard for Charles. He will be moving over. He knows he's got a good position in class, running 2nd in class. He won't be taking any chances. You can see him pushing hard, but not making life too difficult there for Charles. He will be having a bit of fun if it seems it fit. As I said, one of the more experienced sim drivers on SRA, co-founder of SRA, extremely quiet person, but he does a lot in the background, and I do mean a lot. And without him, I don't know what we would have done. I mean, these cars was built and developed by him, and he works on them every single opportunity he gets to better them and update them for the next season, as this has become a yearly thing now. SRA being 3 years old now. I think this is the 3rd season we're running these cars. We've still got the old Polo Cup car, which we got to give another visit, working on them again. You see Charles there, nice close racing here. You can see the guys keeping it really clean. Charles going on the inside there, probably not making it easy for him, but yet not being too overly aggressive, and nice clean pass there by Charles Walker. Good driving by both these drivers. That's what we're looking for. That's what we have here in SRA. At times it does get a bit worse, but hey, that's racing. Guys sorted out. The next week we're back on track and battling each other again as always. Again, back to the lead. We have Wilder Dipper now currently leading overall and leading pro class. He is followed. I just want to check what happened to Johan Niemand. He was actually leading in the race, so he's still in 2nd place overall, but he's coming under attack now from Danny van Rooyen, which won't be too much of a problem because he is still leading veteran class. I think this is one of the best races Johan has had so far in this league, and a really good result and drive here from Johan in the Concept VW Polo. They actually built their own rigs, which is the concept where the Concept 3 comes from, and they actually do build quite nice rigs. And racing rigs, yeah, the design is quite sturdy, quite strong. It actually looks quite the part, and it's got a cup holder. So we see Danny's got to catch up quite easy, and I'm pretty sure Johan won't make it difficult for him. Let him go, or, well, he might play with him, but we can see Sean in the background, and Donnie will definitely be looking at his mirrors and looking at that. They've got about 4 minutes to go, so I reckon they'll be going into the final lap pretty soon. People guys, yeah, running a bit wide there. That's going to allow Donnie to pass on the inside, so Donnie makes the pass. That will give him a bit of a breathing space. Or Sean is catching up quickly now with the ongoings here. Oh, and Johan is not making it easy for him. Johan is actually battling Donnie here. Donnie trying to keep it clean, not make contact, not make a mess up his race, because he knows it's points here, and he knows Charles is on his way. And Charles really pushing him now. You can see Johan. He's holding up Donnie quite a bit. Donnie has made the pass, so this might be again what happens. And Pilifon actually staying up with Charles as well. So again, guys, these guys, even in different classes, they are pretty evenly matched, and you can see that in the BTCC as well. And the more and more these guys race together, the better they get at. Oh, at least we still at it. The better they get at racing each other, because you get used to each other's braking lines and race lines and what they do. And you can see Janine on the inside there of Rudy. They're still at it now. It's been a race-long battle between these two. Janine just can't seem to make a pass on Rudy, and Rudy just can't seem to shake the lady. I can assure you, Tommy not able to race anymore after load shedding, and he'll be routing his wife and telling her what lines to take and so forth. While in the meantime, Mrs. Glad here is quicker than Mr. Husband at times. Sorry Tommy, again, had to. Anyways, nice family effort from these guys. Melvin Gous there with pretty much damaged and mingled VW Polo letting him pass, just trying to grab some points in the pro class. It's still early in the season, anything can happen, so each and every single point you can get can make the difference at the end of the season. As with the close racing, anything can happen, and we've seen it so far in every single race. It usually does. Also with load shedding going on, a lot can happen, and but these guys, every time they get a moment, they're back, they race, they do their best. Gonna go with Ryan Ludik, another big heart from SRA. Oh, he's gone over the line, so almost blew up the engine there. So end of the race there, and while then taking the win again, Valdere Dippenaar in second place, Donnie van Rooyen in third place, Charles Walker, Jason down in fourth, Blake Reed in seventh, Ryan Ludik in sixth, Andrew Stadler in seventh, and then Melvin Gous in eighth in the pro class. Johan Niemann then taking victory in the veteran class, followed by Peter Grobler, Wayne Mitten in third, Mike McGee in fourth. Craig Hume, even though on pace, had a bit of a horrible time. He started from 12th, well, he finished 12th. Overall, he moved up 6 places, taking 5th in class. JP Barnard then 6th in class. Evan Lowe taking his first win in the amateur class, followed by Rudy van der Westhuizen Weldon there in second place. Janine Glad rounding out the podium in the amateur, taking third place. Fourth place Dylan van Wyk, and fifth place Ernest Heather. Well guys, there you have it. Yeah, what a race, and especially the Polo Cup, extremely close. And every time these guys get on track, they do get together. They do have a bit of an argy-bargy in there, but it's all in good spirit. They make peace, they have a laugh afterwards. Well, sometimes a day or two later, but they laugh it off, and they get back together in the race at it. Same with the BTCC. V8 supercars, very tricky car to drive, but a lot of fun. The gravel ovals we've got running. We've got now super production class starting with Mazda MPS's, BMW 135 series, pretty much based on what's coming in the future. We're testing the Standing Group N cars, the old heyday Superboss, BMW 3 Series, VW Golf. That's an absolutely fantastic class. A lot happening in the background, and hats off to the guys who's doing all the work, especially the admin team. Peter Grobler, the co-founder, running SRA with me. Mike McGee, our main admin, doing fun events, doing Friday beer lobbies, doing Saturday fun events, doing Tuesday evening fun events. Tommy Glad hopping in, doing the gravel ovals, doing the super production class now. When Mike is not available, he does the fun events. A lot happening, guys, putting in a lot of effort. Yes, guys, well, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And hopefully, if all goes well, we will be seeing you very soon again. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.